So, what is the real source of your limitation in life? You might think it's your ability, or maybe your past, or other people say. But what if it's actually your mind? What if the judgments, the conditions, the internal commentary that you have, so those ones that just seem so convincing, what if they are actually the illusion? And when you stop believing them, the limitation dissolves too. So, in my last few videos, I've explored how the stories we live by shape our experience and how questioning those stories opens the door to a deeper truth. But beyond the stories of the mind, what if we discover something more real, more true, something that is in essence free? So Eckhart Tolle said this: observe your thoughts, don't believe them. Most of us don't even realize that we believe our thoughts. We take them for granted. We treat them as fact. Our thoughts feel automatic, kind of obvious. They go on in the background of our lives. But what if we paused and we observed? You might start to notice most of your thoughts are repetitive. Many are critical, and nearly all of them are trying to protect a self image that's constantly under threat. So I've seen this in my own life, how a thought like you should be further ahead by now can trigger some sort of emotional spiral within me. But when I catch it and just observe it, take that moment, the thought loses its grip on me. It's just a voice, I guess you could say a conditioned echo. It's not actually truth. Why do we believe something just because we think it? Who taught us to trust the voice in the head without question? Where did that conditioning come from? And if you think about it, what has it cost us? So imagine for a moment that your mind is not the master, but it's actually a servant. It's a helpful tool when used with awareness. But when it actually runs the show, it then becomes a tyrant over you. As a tyrant, the mind says, you can't do that. You need to worry about this. They don't really respect you. And we believe it. We organize our lives around it. We even define ourselves by it. But what if the mind's version of reality is only a fragment, filtered through fear, filtered through the past, and filtered through survival programming? What if the real issue is not what the mind says, but that we trust it so deeply? And I guess that's the shift. When we stop assuming that the mind has the final say, when we begin to question the authority that we have given it. So JM, who's the channel for Jeshua and channeled the Way of Mastery, in the Way of the Heart Darshan series, he said the following: I'm going to have to trust something beyond my own mind. And that line has struck me because for a long time, I tried to think my way through life, to analyze, to control. And I guess it worked to a point, but eventually I could see the cracks and I recognized it was breaking down. So if we have to trust something beyond our own mind, like what is it that we trust? What do we trust instead? So some may call it, I guess, the universe, or God, the I am, divine substance, even life itself. But this is not something somewhere else. It's not outside of you. It's here now. It's the stillness beneath the thinking, the quiet awareness that's been watching your whole life unfold. This is what we learn to trust. And it is far more trustworthy than any belief or mental construct. And how do we trust it? We trust it by accepting, by softening our resistance to what is, by letting go of the commentary in our heads and simply being here in our world, in our experience, without judgment. This kind of acceptance isn't passive, it's powerful. It's a deep yes to life. And in that yes, we rediscover ourselves. Because to accept life is to accept the self, not the self image, but the self that has never been broken deep within, the self that never needed fixing, that's never been separate, the self that is love, the self that is freedom. In accepting the circumstances of our lives, embracing them with all of who we are, releasing all judgment to them, we bring acceptance to ourselves. So here's something to try. Next time a thought arises, like I'm not doing enough, or they don't see me, or this shouldn't be happening to me. When those thoughts arise, pause, notice the thought, observe the thought, just like a cloud passing in the sky. And then ask yourself, is this true? Can I be absolutely certain it's true? And also ask, what if I simply didn't believe it? So you might feel something else at this moment, a quiet, a warmth, a presence. Now that presence is you. That is the real you, the one beyond the mind. So thank you for being here with me. If this brought something up for you, feel free to share in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.